Welcome. Today, we are diving deep into the world of essential oils, but we're going to be looking at it through a really critical lens: safety. This whole explainer is based on chapters 5 and 6 of Simply Essentials, and it's all about giving you the practical know-how to use these oils effectively and, most importantly, safely. So let's just get right to it. You probably love essential oils. Maybe you have a whole collection at home. But here's the big question I want you to ask yourself. Are you really using them safely? Because whether you're putting them on your skin or even thinking about using them internally, safety is, without a doubt, everything. All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the basics of using oils the right way. Then we'll get specific on applying them to your skin. After that, we'll cover the super important rules of dilution. We'll even tackle the big internal use debate and finish up with how to safely use oils in your food. Okay, first things first, topical application. Putting essential oils directly on your skin. It's probably one of the most popular ways to use them, but believe me, there's a huge difference between doing it the right way and doing it the wrong way. And here's the number one thing to remember. These oils are incredibly potent. They're the super concentrated essence of a plant. So just applying them neat, that means undiluted, straight from the bottle, that can easily lead to some serious skin irritation or even worse. So what's the secret to doing it safely? Well, it all comes down to giving your essential oil the right partner in crime, a carrier oil. A carrier oil does exactly what its name implies. It carries the essential oil safely onto your skin. It dilutes that powerful concentration down to a level that's safe for you. And as a nice little bonus, a lot of carrier oils have their own amazing skin-nourishing benefits. And you've got so many great options to choose from. Coconut oil is a super popular one because it's lightweight and not greasy. Jojoba is fantastic for sensitive skin because it's so similar to our skin's natural oils. And if you've got really dry skin, you just can't beat something rich and nourishing like avocado oil. But where you apply them also really matters. Pulse points like your wrists are perfect for getting that quick aromatic lift. But my absolute favorite pro tip? The soles of your feet. Seriously. The skin there is nice and thick, so it absorbs the oils really well without being too sensitive. And all this talk about safety brings us to our next section, which is arguably the single most important rule of them all: dilution. Let me be crystal clear on this one. If you only take away one thing from our chat today, please let it be this: dilution is not optional. It is absolutely 100% essential for using oils on your skin safely. And, one size definitely does not fit all here. For a healthy adult, a 2 to 3% dilution is pretty standard. But just look at how that number drops for children, down to 1%. And for babies, it's even lower. This chart just perfectly illustrates why we have to respect the potency of these oils. Oh, and before you go all in with a brand new oil, please always do a patch test. It's a super simple 4-step process that can save you a world of hurt. Just dilute a tiny amount, dab it on your inner wrist, and then just wait 24 hours to see how your skin feels. One more really critical warning: you gotta watch out for those citrus oils. Lemon, lime, bergamot. They can cause something called phototoxicity. It's a fancy way of saying they make your skin hypersensitive to the sun. So after you apply them, make sure you keep that area out of direct sunlight for at least 12 hours. All right, let's switch gears and talk about one of the most hotly debated topics in the entire aromatherapy world: ingesting essential oils. And this is where we need to be extremely cautious. The debate really has two clear sides. On one hand, yes, the FDA has labeled some oils as generally recognized as safe for food, and they've been used in remedies for ages. But on the other hand, their incredible potency carries a real risk of toxicity, and pretty much all the experts agree you should never, ever do it without professional guidance. To really wrap your head around that risk, we need to understand just how concentrated these oils are. Let me give you an example that will probably blow your mind. This quote from the source says it all. 1 single drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to nearly 30 cups of peppermint tea. That level of concentration is just, wow. It's staggering. 30 cups. Just let that number sink in for a second. This really drives home why you just can't treat internal use lightly. A single drop is an incredibly powerful dose. So if you are going to explore internal use, the absolute safest way to start is through your food, where the amounts are minuscule and properly mixed in. And when it comes to cooking with oils, there are 3 golden rules. 1. Start small. I'm talking less than a single drop. 2. Always dilute it in a fat, think olive oil or honey, before you add it to anything. And 3. Add it at the very, very end of cooking to preserve that delicate flavor and aroma. And here's a fantastic trick to help you with that start small rule. It's called the toothpick roll, and it's perfect for beginners. You just dip the very tip of a toothpick into the oil, and then swirl that into your dish. Trust me, most of the time, that's more than enough flavor. Now, beyond cooking, you might see supplements out there. These pre-dosed capsules from good, reputable companies are a much safer, more controlled option. And while you can make your own capsules, that's really an advanced technique that requires some serious expert-level knowledge to do safely. So at the end of the day, using these oils powerfully means using them respectfully. Understanding their potency is your best tool. So the real question is, how are you going to take this knowledge and use it to truly empower your own wellness journey?